My child, I need you to stop for a moment. You didn't land here by accident. You didn't click on this message just because you were curious. I brought you here. I aligned this moment with divine intention. Because there is something I've been trying to tell you, and your heart is finally ready to receive it. What I'm about to reveal is not fantasy. It's not wishful thinking. It is truth. A truth that your spirit has been quietly sensing, but your mind has been too distracted to understand. Before the end of this very month, someone who truly loves you, someone who carries a deep and sincere love that I myself have watched grow in silence, is about to step forward. Not because of coincidence, not because they suddenly noticed you, but because I have moved them. I have stirred something inside of them that they can no longer keep hidden. They have watched you walk through life with grace. They've seen you love others who didn't know how to handle your heart. They've witnessed you grow, fall, rise again, and still keep me first. And now, I am calling them to come out of hiding. They've been quiet, not because they didn't care, but because they respected my timing. They waited, not to delay you, but to avoid distracting you from the healing I needed you to complete first. This person has carried a secret within them, a quiet love, a sacred affection. And I've watched as they kept it between us, until now. Now, my child, their silence is becoming a message. Their waiting is becoming action. Their hidden love is becoming a voice you will finally hear. They will reveal themselves to you. And when they do, it won't sound like everyone else. It won't be noise. It will be confirmation. It will echo what I've already been speaking into your soul during those late nights when you cried and wondered if anyone could ever truly see you. Comment below, Lord, if this message is for me, I'm ready to receive it. This isn't just a comment, it's a declaration. It's faith in motion. It's the opening of a door I've already prepared. And child, I need you to understand something deeply. You are not imagining it. The shifts you've felt recently, the dreams, the random thoughts about someone from your past or someone you barely noticed, they were not random. They were signs. They were gentle nudges. They were me preparing your heart for something that's about to happen, something only I could orchestrate. There is someone I've kept close to me, someone whose love for you is not shallow or surface level. This love is not built on attraction alone. It is built on reverence, prayer, and spiritual alignment. And now, the time is near. I am not just sending you a person. I am sending you someone who reflects the kind of love I have for you. Patient, faithful, and intentional. You don't need to search for them. You only need to stay close to me, because as you walk with me, I will make sure they find you at the exact moment they're meant to. So listen closely now. Don't let distractions pull you away from this moment, because what I'm about to reveal will change how you see what's been happening in your life. It will make you realize that none of it, not even your tears, were wasted. I'm speaking now, and I need your heart wide open. They've been loving you in silence. My child, you've seen many faces, you've met many people, but not all of them were meant to stay. Not all of them were capable of holding your heart the way it deserves to be held. But there is one, someone who has seen you through different seasons. Not always up close, but always with care. You crossed paths with them. And maybe you didn't recognize the weight of that moment. Maybe it felt ordinary. Maybe it slipped through the cracks of your busy days. But it wasn't random. This person noticed something about you. Something that others overlooked. They didn't fall for a performance. They didn't get caught up in surface appearances. They saw you, the real you. The you that laughs with others but cries in secret. The you that keeps showing up, even when your soul feels tired. The you that still prays, even when it feels like no one's listening. They watched you grow through pain. They saw you pick yourself up after heartbreak. They noticed how your faith didn't collapse, even when your world felt like it was falling apart. And all that time, they said nothing. Not because they didn't care, but because they cared too much to interfere with the work I was doing in you. Their love was quiet, not loud like the ones who came for attention, not dramatic like the ones who made promises they couldn't keep. No, this was a sacred kind of love, the kind that waits, the kind that intercedes, the kind that respects divine timing. They prayed for you, not for you to notice them, but for me to bless you. They asked me to comfort you, even when they couldn't be the one to do it. They wanted your peace more than they wanted your presence. And that, my child, is the kind of love I honor. They've been loving you in silence, not with manipulation, not with pressure, but with patience. They loved you in a way that didn't demand anything in return. They watched you choose others who couldn't see your value. They stayed in the background as you gave your time to people who couldn't pray for you, couldn't protect you, couldn't hold space for your soul. It hurt them, yes, but they didn't make a scene. They didn't compete for your attention. They simply kept loving you in private, because they trusted me more than their own emotions. And now I have placed a burden on their heart, a quiet urgency that they can no longer ignore. They've wrestled with the silence, they've questioned the timing, but I have made it clear. This is the moment. What they carry in their heart can no longer stay hidden. Their prayers have become a fire. Their thoughts of you are no longer passing. They are intentional. Their love has matured, and I have whispered to them, it is time. They are about to speak, not to impress you, not to win your affection, but to release the truth that has been growing inside them for a long time. Prepare your heart, because what they reveal may catch you off guard. Not because it's untrue, but because it will sound like something you've been waiting to hear your whole life. Their words won't be random. They will be rooted in prayer. They will carry peace, and they will reflect my voice, because they have been listening to me longer than they've been watching you. You've never been unloved. You've just been protected. And now, the one I've hidden is about to be revealed. Their silence was my protection. You've asked me many times in secret, Lord, why does it seem like the ones who hurt me show up so easily, but the ones who truly love me are always distant? You cried and wondered if something was wrong with you. You questioned your worth. You doubted your ability to be loved. You started to believe that maybe real love, the kind that sees your soul, that prays with you, that fights for you, maybe it just wasn't meant for you. But I need you to hear me now. It was never about you being unlovable. It was never because I forgot you. It was never because no one saw your value. It was because I was protecting something sacred. I was shielding your heart from people who didn't know how to handle its depth. I was covering you from those who only wanted your presence, but not your purpose. And I was hiding someone from you, someone whose love was being refined, quietly, gently, and under my supervision. The silence wasn't neglect, the distance wasn't rejection, the delay wasn't a denial. It was all part of my preparation. You see, the person I've chosen for you, the one who truly loves you, they weren't ready yet, not ready to lead in prayer, not ready to be emotionally responsible, not ready to walk beside someone as deep, as sensitive, as spiritually grounded as you. So I didn't release them too early, because premature exposure ruins potential. I didn't let them come into your life half-formed, half-healed, half-obedient. I didn't want you to carry someone who should have come to carry you. I didn't want you to pour into someone who hadn't learned how to pour into me first. And while I was working on them, I was working on you too. There were still pieces of your heart that needed healing. Wounds from the past that made you question genuine affection. Walls you built to keep pain out, but also kept love out. So I worked on those things in silence. I didn't rush you. I didn't shame you. I just kept loving you, covering you, preparing you, until the day you could finally receive the love I designed for you without fear. The person you've been waiting for wasn't hiding from you. They were hiding in me. And I kept them there. Because when something is valuable, I don't put it on display for just anyone to touch. I kept them in a place of prayer. I kept them in a season of learning. I kept them under my instruction because I wasn't just preparing them to be seen, I was preparing them to be sent. And now that their heart is in alignment with my will, now that their voice has been tuned to my frequency, now that they've surrendered the outcome to me, I've whispered to them, it's time. Not time to impress you, not time to play games, but time to walk in the purpose I planted inside of both of you. Their silence was never because they didn't love you. Their absence wasn't because they were indifferent. It was my hand, shielding something delicate until both of you were mature enough to steward the connection well. And my child, now that you've grown, now that your spirit has been shaped through the fire, now that you've learned how to love me first, You are finally ready for the kind of love that doesn't confuse you, the kind that doesn't compete with your peace, the kind that feels like confirmation, not chaos. So don't misinterpret their silence. Don't resent the waiting. What I was building in the dark is about to come into the light. This isn't just timing. This is destiny unfolding, exactly as I planned. You will feel it before they say it. My child, before their voice reaches your ears, before they speak the truth they've been holding in their heart, you will already know. You will feel something inside shift, quietly, gently, but undeniably. It won't be loud, it won't be dramatic. It will be a calmness, a stillness, a soft knowing that settles into your spirit without fear. Suddenly, the confusion you've battled in past relationships will not exist. You won't feel like you have to chase clarity. You won't feel the need to beg for attention or decode mixed signals. Instead, you will begin to sense that something is aligning, something is drawing near. Not out of desperation, but out of divine order. You may begin to think about someone in particular, not with anxiety, not with fantasy, but with a peaceful curiosity. Your thoughts won't be frantic, your heart won't be overwhelmed, because when it's truly from me, there is no chaos. Love that carries my presence does not rush in confusion. It enters with purpose. It makes your spirit feel safe, not suspicious. It doesn't bring noise, it brings clarity. This person I've chosen for you, they won't show up to entertain your emotions. They won't come to fill your time with empty affection. They are not being sent to flirt with your loneliness. They are coming because they've heard me speak to them. They've listened. And now they are being moved by my spirit. When they will come with peace, not with fear, not with pressure, not with manipulation, but with words that reflect time spent in prayer, with actions that carry my weight of truth. They won't try to convince you with shallow promises. They won't try to win you with charm alone, because I have placed something deeper in them, a sense of responsibility, a sense of honor, a deep respect for my hand on your life. They will see your calling and not compete with it. They will understand your assignment and choose to walk beside it. Because this is not just about love. This is about alignment. This is about mission. This is about the two of you becoming more powerful together in me than either of you could be alone. You won't have to beg me for confirmation. I will speak to you in quiet ways, through peace in your heart, through clarity in your dreams, through repeated impressions on your spirit that you can't shake off. You may hear their name in prayer. You may sense their presence before they physically arrive. You may wake up one morning with a strange sense of readiness, not knowing why, only to realize it was me preparing your spirit. And child, I need you to be watchful, because this connection is not coming through the usual path. It may not arrive with grand gestures or rehearsed lines, but when it comes, it will come with weight, spiritual weight. It will feel right in your soul before it looks perfect to your eyes. Because I'm not building a fantasy, I'm building a future. And what they carry will complement your purpose. Their voice will not drown out yours. Their love will not distract you from me. Their presence will only draw you closer to what I created you to become. This love isn't being sent just to make you feel loved. It's being sent to partner with your destiny. So yes, before they say a word, you will feel it. Not in your emotions, but in your spirit. Not in your insecurities, but in your confidence in me. Trust that. Because when I align two hearts for my purpose, I don't use confusion. I use peace. They will tell you what I told them. My child, what's about to happen may take you by surprise. Not because it's strange, but because it's sacred. Because when this person finally reveals themselves to you, they won't speak like the others. Their words won't come from ego. They won't be rehearsed lines or shallow compliments. Their words will come from me. Yes, you heard that right. They have been speaking to me about you. Long before this moment, they have been lifting your name to heaven. Not because they were certain you were the one, but because they felt something they couldn't ignore. A pull, a stirring, a quiet whisper that kept leading them back to you in prayer. They didn't come to me asking for someone perfect. They came asking for someone purposeful. Someone who loves me deeply. Someone whose heart has been shaped by obedience, not performance. And every time they prayed, your name kept surfacing. Your image kept reappearing. Your spirit kept standing out. They started to pay attention, not with their eyes, but with their spirit. And the more they brought you to me, the more I confirmed what they were sensing. And now I am placing words in their mouth. Not words to impress you, but words that will awaken something in your soul. They will say things to you that echo your quiet prayers. They will mention feelings you thought no one else could feel. They may even speak answers to questions you only whispered in your moments of doubt. They might say things like, "God placed you in my dreams. I didn't come looking for this, but I can't ignore the way I feel peace when I pray about you. I'm not here to waste your time. I've been praying for someone who chases God before they chase anything else, and you keep showing up in that space." And when you hear these things, your first instinct might be to panic, to wonder if it's too good to be true, to question if it's just emotional. But I need you to pause. I need you to take a breath, and I need you to bring it back to me. Because I am not the author of confusion, I am the author of confirmation. So don't let fear rob you of clarity. Don't let past pain speak louder than present truth. Yes, test the spirit. Yes, discern the fruit. Yes, pay attention to my peace. But don't dismiss it just because it feels unfamiliar. Sometimes, real love feels unfamiliar when all you've known is survival. Sometimes, divine alignment feels uncomfortable at first. Not because it's wrong, but because your spirit is adjusting to something real. This person is not coming to tell you a fantasy. They're coming to tell you what I've already shown them. They're coming to reveal a message that began in the secret place, in prayer, in fasting, in quiet worship. They didn't just feel something, they heard something, and that something was your name. This is not about flattery. This is not about emotions running wild. This is about revelation. This is about divine assignment. So when they come, listen. Don't just hear their words with your ears. Hear with your spirit. Pay attention to what awakens in you when they speak. Look for my fingerprints on their heart. Look for humility. Look for consistency. Look for reverence. Because the truth they bring will not just answer your questions. It will calm your storms. Bring it back to me in prayer. Lay it before me like you've done with every other decision. And watch how I confirm what I've already started in both of you. You asked me for something real. You asked me for something divine. Now I am sending it, not with thunder, but with truth, not with noise, but with peace. Prepare your heart, because when they speak, you will recognize that it wasn't just them talking. It was me speaking through them. What you've been through was preparing you for this. Let's be honest. My child, you've walked through seasons of pain that you didn't talk about. You've loved people who didn't know how to handle your heart. You've been faithful to those who weren't faithful in return. You've hoped deeply and then watched that hope collapse in your hands. And after every heartbreak, you came to me in silence. You asked God, "Why does love feel so difficult for me?" You said, "Maybe I'm too much, maybe I care too deeply, maybe I wasn't meant to be loved like that." I heard every word. I caught every tear. But let me speak something over you now that you didn't understand then. I was never punishing you, I was preparing you. You see, the kind of love I created you for, it's not surface level. It's not the kind of love that plays games, that appears and disappears when it gets uncomfortable. You were designed for something deeper. A love that reflects my nature. But in order to receive that kind of love, your heart had to go through transformation. Not because you were broken, but because you were being strengthened. Some of those past connections, they were never meant to last. They were only meant to reveal what needed healing. They exposed the wounds you tried to hide. They brought to light the insecurities you buried. And though it hurt, it helped. Because if I hadn't allowed those temporary relationships to fall apart, you might have settled for something far less than what I planned for you. Yes, you loved with all your heart, but they couldn't receive it. Not because your love was wrong, but because it was too real for people who only knew how to love halfway. So I stepped in. I removed what was draining you. I shut doors you kept trying to force open. I blocked connections that would have distracted you from your destiny. Not because I wanted you lonely, but because I wanted you ready. And now that I've brought you through the wilderness, now that I've walked with you through the silent nights and unanswered prayers, Now that you've learned to find your identity in me instead of people, you're ready. Ready to receive without doubting. Ready to be loved without shrinking. Ready to open your heart, not in desperation, but in discernment. Because the person who's coming, they're not coming to fix you. They're not coming to complete you. They're coming to walk with you, whole to whole, healed to healed. This person I'm sending your way. They won't fear your depth, they'll honor it. They won't silence your voice, they'll listen with reverence. They won't just tolerate your faith, they'll cherish it, because it reflects the same faith they carry. They will see what I see in you. They will recognize the anointing that rests on your life, and they will thank me, not for finding someone flawless, but for finding someone faithful. You went through storms, but those storms didn't destroy you. They deepened you. You went through loss, but that loss didn't empty you. It cleared space for something better, space for what is meant. So when they finally show up, don't let your past pain question your present blessing. Don't push away what feels right because of what once went wrong. This love isn't coming to take, it's coming to pour into you, and you'll know it's real because it will feel like something you've never experienced before. Peace, not pressure. Purpose, not pain. Everything you've been through was preparing you for this, and now you are ready. Before this month ends, you'll know. My child, I know you've waited. I know you've wondered. You've questioned the signs. You've tried to figure out if that small feeling in your heart meant something, or if it was just your imagination. But hear me now. This is not just another passing season. This is not another empty promise or spiritual delay. What I am doing on purpose. And before this month ends, you will know. I'm not going to leave you confused. I'm not the author of confusion. I am the God of clarity. And when it comes to this person I've prepared for you, I will not make you guess. I will not leave you lost in questions. You will not have to search for confirmation in chaos. You will feel the confirmation in peace. Because this time, it will feel different. Their presence will not just comfort you, it will align with everything I've been whispering to your spirit. You'll recognize it, not just because of how they treat you, but because of how I've already prepared your heart to receive them. The words they speak may sound new, but your spirit will know them, because you've already heard them, in prayer, in dreams, in those quiet moments where you felt me say, something is coming, just wait. This is not the kind of love that rushes in with confusion. It is not the kind that exhausts you with overthinking. This is the love that aligns, that fits, that speaks the same language your soul has been silently crying out for. And even if your mind tries to overanalyze, your spirit will rest. Because when something is from me, it won't have to be forced. You won't have to chase. You won't have to perform. You won't have to prove that you're worthy of being loved. Because this person will already know. They will already see. They will already value the treasure you are. But I also need to warn you. Don't let fear speak louder than my voice. Don't let what hurt you in the past ruin what I'm trying to give you now. Don't let the wounds from yesterday make you question today's blessing. I know you've been disappointed. I know you've been let down. But this isn't that. This isn't a repeat of what failed. This is a release of what was promised. And yes, before this month ends, you will see movement. You will feel something shift in your atmosphere. You will notice the divine timing unfolding. You may not know the full story, but you'll feel the clarity in your spirit. You'll walk into a moment and it will feel like, this is it. This is what God was preparing me for. And in that moment, don't run. Don't second guess it. Don't let fear sabotage what I've been writing behind the scenes for so long. You are ready now, ready to receive without doubting, ready to trust without trembling, ready to embrace without shrinking. Before this month ends, you won't be wondering anymore. You won't be asking me, God, is this the one? Because I will answer with unmistakable peace. Their presence will speak louder than questions. Their voice will feel like a prayer coming to life, and your soul will know. This is not coincidence. This is alignment. This is me. And all I ask of you is this. When it comes, don't push it away. Let love in, the kind of love I designed with you in mind. Because I never denied you love. I was just waiting for the perfect time to reveal it. And that time is now drawing close. This love will be different. Because it's for me. My child, you've known what it feels like to be noticed. You've had people admire you, you've had conversations, flirtations, and even temporary connections. But deep inside, none of it ever felt complete. None of it lasted. None of it truly held you the way your soul needed. Because you weren't made for temporary attention. You weren't designed for shallow love. You weren't created to settle for words with no action, for affection with no depth. What I have for you is something different. This love, the one that's about to be revealed, is not like what you've experienced before. It won't come to use you. It won't come to confuse you. It won't come to drain your energy or distract your purpose. This love is from me. And because it's from me, it comes with weight. It comes with purpose. It comes with the kind of grace that grows stronger in silence and then speaks when the moment is right. This person I'm sending into your life, they weren't shaped by the world's idea of love. They were shaped by my hands. While you were healing, I was molding them. While you were learning to love yourself again, I was teaching them how to love someone like you. They've made me their first love. And because they've put me at the center of their life, they will know how to honor your heart. They won't lead you into sin. They won't tear you away from your calling. They won't silence your faith. Instead, they will pray with you. They will dream with you. They will support your purpose because they understand their own. This person won't be perfect. No one is. But they will be surrendered. They will be humble. They will be grounded in me. And because of that, they will speak to you with kindness, not just in words, but in tone, in posture, in patience. They'll notice the little things. They'll care about what matters to you. And when you don't feel like talking, they won't push or panic. They'll listen to your silence. Because they've spent time learning how to hear my voice. So they'll also know how to hear the quiet parts of your soul. They will carry your heart gently, not because they're trying to impress you, but because they know how fragile the gift love is when it's real. They've learned that you don't hold love with force, you hold it with reverence. This love I'm sending isn't about passion alone, it's about peace. It's not about performance, it's about presence. It's not about showing off, it's about showing up, day after day, prayer after prayer, faithful, steady, whole. You won't have to earn this love. You won't have to hide your tears from this person. You won't have to pretend to be strong when you're tired. They will be safe, they will be gentle, they will be firm in their faith, and they will be committed to loving you through my strength, not just their own emotions. Because this love, child, is not loud, it's not dramatic, it's not chasing validation or attention. This love is sacred. It was born in the secret place, it was protected through prayer, it was purified through waiting. And now I'm releasing it, not for show, but for destiny. When you meet them, you won't feel the pressure to rush. You won't feel the need to question everything. You'll feel relief. You'll feel like your soul finally gets to breathe. And in that moment, when your spirit whispers, finally, you'll know. You'll know this isn't just a good thing, it's a God thing. Because this love, this different, divine, peaceful love is from me. Don't miss what I've been preparing. My child, as this message draws to a close, I want you to pause and listen closely. Not just with your ears, but with your spirit. Because what I'm saying now is not for the surface of your life, it's for the depth of your soul. You've been distracted before. You've chased voices that sounded sweet but left you empty. You've followed what glittered, only to find it was nothing more than a shadow. And you've held on to people who were never meant to stay, hoping they would become who I never called them to be. But I'm asking you now, don't do that this time. Don't lose sight of what I've been preparing because you're tempted by what's passing. Don't cling to the familiar if it keeps you from the faithful. Don't trade the promise for a placeholder. This month is not just another page on the calendar. This isn't just time moving forward. It's a countdown in the spirit. A divine alignment is forming. A moment I have written into your story long before you could see it coming. A door is about to open. Not a small door, not a cracked one, but a door you never expected would swing wide. And standing behind that door is someone I've been shaping in silence. They are not just another person. They are not another distraction. They are not someone looking to fill a void or pass the time. They are someone I chose, someone I've been whispering to in prayer. Someone who knows what it means to wait on me. Someone who values your heart, not because of what you offer, but because of what I showed them about you. They have asked me for wisdom. They have asked me for clarity. And every time they've asked about love, you came to mind. Not because you are flawless, but because you are faithful. Because you've chosen me even when it was hard. Because you've surrendered your timing even when your heart longed for answers. And now I'm bringing that person forward, not with noise, not with confusion, but with my presence. You will recognize them not by how loud they are, but by how peaceful they make you feel. You will know them not by how quickly they move, but by how deeply they respect what I'm doing in your life. This is not an accident. This is not luck. This is not a coincidence. This is alignment. This is the unfolding of a divine plan. A moment I've waited for just as long as you have. And now that the time is here, I'm asking you to stay ready. Not busy, ready. Not anxious, expectant. Not afraid, prepared. Because before this month ends, you will see what I've been doing behind the scenes. You will hear words that feel familiar, not because you've heard them from a person, but because you've heard them in prayer. You will encounter someone who carries my love for you in their actions, not just their voice. And when they speak, you'll remember this message. You'll feel my spirit confirm it. You'll recognize that this isn't just a relationship, it's a revelation. So stay focused, stay sensitive, keep your eyes on me, because what's coming is not just a good thing, it's a God thing. You've waited, you've trusted, you've endured, and now it's your time. Before this month ends, someone who truly loves you will reveal themselves, and what they tell you will not be brand new to you. It will sound like something you've heard before, because it is. It's what I've been trying to say to you all along, through signs, through silence, through every moment of surrender. Now, it's time to receive it. Lord, make me ready to receive real love. Heavenly Father, thank you for this word. Thank you for speaking to the deepest part of me. The part that still hopes, even when it hurts. The part that still dreams, even after disappointment. The part that longs to be fully seen, fully known, and fully loved. Not for what I show the world, but for who I truly am. Lord, you know my story. You know where I've been. You know the tears I've cried in silence. You know the prayers I whispered when no one else was around. You know the times I tried to protect my heart by pretending I didn't care. But deep down, I do care. I want to love and be loved the way you created love to be. So right now, I surrender. I surrender the fear that tells me I'm too much or not enough. I surrender the walls I built out of pain. I surrender the doubt that creeps in when love looks too real to believe. And I give you permission, Lord, to prepare me. Completely. Heal the parts of me that still hold on to old pain. Take the pieces I've hidden, the wounds, the insecurities, the memories, and place your hand over them. Speak truth over the lies I believed about love. Silence every voice that doesn't sound like you, especially the ones in my own mind. If this message was for me, Lord, help me to know it deep in my soul. Let me not second guess what you are doing. Let me not miss the blessing because I'm still rehearsing the past. Open my eyes, Father. Help me to see what you see. Help me to recognize the person you've chosen. Let my spirit say yes even before my mind catches up. Give me wisdom not just to choose, but to wait. Give me discernment, not just to hear, but to listen. Give me courage, not just to believe in love again, but to receive it. Let me not run from what's real. Let me not confuse peace with boredom. Let me not sabotage the sacred by settling for the familiar. God, I don't want what looks good, I want what's holy. I want what reflects you. Let this love be different, because you're in it. Let it be rooted in purpose, not performance. Let it feel like home, not because it's easy, but because it's honest, safe, and centered in you. I trust your timing, I trust your process, and yes, I trust your choice. So as this month unfolds, help me to stay ready. Help me to remain hopeful. Help me to believe that what you have for me is not just good, it's divine. Let what's coming not just change my relationship status, let it change my life. And when that moment comes, let my soul recognize your voice in theirs. In Jesus' name, amen.